Hello and welcome. Well, I half did it. I did the milk. That's now working. I should. Yeah, I'm not sure about the contents though. Sometimes you got to go back in and actually say what you actually had. We had more than 2,003 litres. We did. Yeah. So I've not done anything to the grapes and oils. Bionic dairy is all I've done. So we've got the milk, but we've not got the butter. We've only got 2,000 litres of that. Still not got around to like finding out this because I basically I did a major things due to Rizu Forest ending. So I sort of tried to like finish a few things like this on flour and bread. So I'm sort of getting this like. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop out straight away and I'm going to have a look to see if I can check how much we had, because I know we had a lot. So I'm going to see you shortly. Well, that's a bit odd. Yeah, no, I've literally done it, but it's not accepting it. It is funny sometimes. I have said this. It might be something to do with Oxygen David's way of doing things rather than like the normal way. There was 17 tons of old butter, which obviously should have been, but there was 55,000 litres of butter. Does that make it? Yeah, sorry, I'm in the yeah. That's like as if I'm like lying. What it is, I've gone into the backup. That was 55,000 litres of butter. Was that the butter what? Yeah, 55,000 litres before we did the change. So that should then become like 55,000 in butter one, because sorry, the butter. Yeah, I'm confused with myself now as well. Butter, the original butter before we made the change was 55,000 litres. So really, we should add the 7,000 litres on, which will be 62. I didn't do that, but it still hasn't taken. It's not. Yeah, it's not registered it. So we could, I suppose. There are some outside. That's 10 tons. Yeah, 10,000 litres. Which is better than a kick in the teeth of the wet kipper, but it's not quite right, is it? Right, okay then, we're going to have to get cracking. We are. So we've got like loads of loading and unloading and things like that to do. I haven't sorted out the problem with the bales yet, because I'm going to be back, as in like, and also it's straw, so it's not really terribly important. Not really in the long run, it's not, so that's just... if we grab that and stick that on top of that one, it now should go in the other chevrons behind, if there's anything left. Oh, okay. That's... Oh, okay, well, let's put them in then. Let's do it like that and stick them in, because it's a very generous... Oh, okay. Oh, no, it's going. It is, yeah, it's doing it. It's just not instant like the grapes. Right, so then, in that case, we need to tell the production silos both to so it's grapes and yeah, they are distributing, and olives. No, it's actually not the olives themselves, is it? It's actually... Have I actually got them spawning, actually thinking about it? Oh no, they are really olives. It's just the vehicle they're in, as the game classes it, is a pallet. So no, it still is loose, so that is alright. This, I believe, is broken, but we should soon see a little bit, yeah, 103,000 litres. We should see a little bit start to come. No litres. Well, it surprises me that there's not even a litre appearing in it. Right, anyway, so then what it is, the month of October, we've done all work. Now we need to, like, literally push this. So I suppose really all that matters is... how much have we got in there to grab? Oh, 5,301 litres. So let's grab that. Let's grab the milk. Are we using the big one now? No, we're using the little one at the minute. This may be the last run of this. I am swapping this out now for my small one. And I've got a medium one, and I've got the large one that we've got over there as well. So we need to stick this, get rid of the water. Should be able to. Done that there. It's very generous. Oh, we've got that already, haven't we? I forgot we've still got the original now. Then how are we going to get that? Because somebody has... Let's get this lot sold. Is it worth selling now though? But even though I know it's in the way a little bit, is the... Oh no, it is actually, yeah. Absolutely all spot on. So we need a... Now we have got mine back. I don't know that we bought it on this one. We have been using... no, that's not what I do. Let's enter. We have been using that, haven't we? So I think they were also on green, weren't they, as well? I think that's this was going to be a monster session of loading and unloading, like oils, pig food. There's a lot, and it's on green. Or it always is green, actually. Yeah, the grape juice and that's it. So, and the olive oil. I think we're late on the olive oil. But still, we could leave the olive oil separate if we've got any on and not load any more. Yeah, because that's going to be worth more as a well, we know how much we've got type thing. Yeah, really. So let's grab. In that case, then I believe it's probably a time-lapse time. Yeah, really. We've got a lot of loading and unloading to do, so I'm going to say my words. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. Right, well, that was definitely not terribly good in any way, shape, or form on the loading side, but we've done it. Did we do any mineral feed? Did we do with our sunflowers? We're actually making. Did we stick that on the oil, the biodiesel for the, which was our entire reason? It is a conceit. So let's have a look. How much have we got? Sunflowers. We obviously got what we got. 67,870. What do we need? Digestate. Yeah, so we need to. Now we have got the slurry to digestate mod. How much slurry have we got in hand? A lot. Right, okay, well there you go. I think that's probably why the liquid tank is actually there. Is we were probably doing that, so we need to like stick that in so as we can actually carry on making it, because without that it's not actually there. This should make us quite a bit of cash. Now also, before we do this, I tweeted it yesterday, but I'm just checking that my prices on the butter are similar to the prices for like Giants, because obviously I was plucking amounts out of like the air before, so butter is 1,002 and butter is 3,000, so it's still too expensive. Oh no, it's still for 1,000 litres, so that'll be a lot. Right, okay, it will actually, that is true. I thought it tweets it, to be honest, so yeah, obviously not. I need to, right, well, let's at least do what we can do. We can save it before we actually sell, is what we can do. But we can still get the digestate, the slurry to make it slurry to digestate, so as this can then carry on. And do we? No, we've got slurry on hand. Why not? Why would you not do that? That's not quite in the right place. That's another one where my attacher's not quite. It's too far forward. I need to adjust that a little. Slurry is the very large pipe over here. And we also need to get this out of the way. Luckily this actually can reach that far back. We did it last time, so it's a bit bad. We're going to need to shift that lot out, aren't we? Right, so it's not going to take all. So while that is doing that, I think we may have already done it on the sort of slurry, digestate from slurry. We have already done that. Yeah, because it's starting to make it. Oh, so we did start to. Oh, we got 90 tons in there. Yeah, I knew we'd done some. So if we stick another one of this in, it will at least do all. Yeah, like a full. I must do that. I must remember that. Yeah, because I'm hoping to do away with the little abbey. So now that I've got my own model, whether it's better, worse, or whatever. I've also got another picture which I actually quite like. I like this one. I was quite taken aback by it, but I've got one it's got the proper liquids that we have actually got, so let's stick that in as well. And then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop straight out and straight back in and adjust the price of the butter so it's something like it should be. I don't want us to get an unfair advantage when we're selling products. It's just not fair. Do we grab that little lot? No, because we're about to use that trailer. I suppose we could. No, I don't want to be spending really. It's just now about we can make do with what we've got without like buy my trailer. I thought we'd already got it, but obviously I can't see it, so it may have been the version that we did actually display, or maybe we never did have it because we haven't been using that one for a while. So I'm going to be right back. Right, I get it. Yeah, I've actually filled the storage. It did actually accept it though. It had 7 tons. It's now got 17. It's really got 55, so it's actually shown us over that. So I think if we take that out, I'm not sure if the game sees additional storage if it still becomes incoming. So I've done that. I put the 55 tons in that we should have had. But why is that now set? I reckon I've not adjusted. Yeah, these are almost like the first amounts. I think on my storage on mine that it was bigger, and what I've done is I've changed to an older model in a way with lesser amounts in it. This is more like the Giants one, really, I think. So I need to adjust the amounts. That'll be why mine had 50,000 litres and now this one hasn't. Right, self-sufficiency, we've done the silage, the slurry, and we've got the digester from slurry going. We've done that. Bionic dairy is now showing that we can grab that out, and it should be the thing I'm interested in the most is the prices of But is this getting close now to what it should be? So butter is 1, 2. That is weird. Is that saying then 3 for a 5,000 litre? Because does it know that? Right, okay, we need to do a test. Because I've just adjusted that to 1.17, which is like almost the same as... so, and that's not reflecting any price difference. That's what it said already. So we need to grab one of the butters and set... yeah, this water plane thing, it's not happening on lots of maps. I've seen it on... I thought it was the map makers, but now I've seen this on this. It's not. It is obviously a Giants issue again. So let's just see. What are they? Oh, the cones. Why am I tagging that? Yeah, let's just enter that. Right, so then... yeah, so it really should be... ooh, my life. It's tagging. Yeah, it really should be showing a price difference. That's bizarre. Very, very strange. Yeah, because I literally... I thought I'd done it last night, to be honest. So I was shocked to see it, because I was on Rizu Forest, and I thought, okay, let's change it. I went out and I tweaked everything, but it was still on 2.77, which I think it was. So I think perhaps maybe I did everything else and forgot the milk. The milk, the dairy. Maybe it was that. Alright, so that should be... I really wanted to test with one of the... we've seen it pops, so it's... oh, okay. Let's stick this... oh, we've got it in our hands. Now this should be normal price anyway, so let's just take it. And we'll see if we can fish one of them off the... yeah, because they've got that weird one that's like hanging around on nothing. I just want to see if it's 3,300. Ooh, for the 5,000 litres. Now that's not really... oh my life, is this water getting worse? It do appear to be. It did, definitely. Right, let's grab one of those and see. Is it 3,300 for a 5,000? Because if it is, that's bad, not good. Yeah, it should be obviously more than that. So let's try and grab that one at the top. Like that. So it's 5,000 litres, so you'd expect... if it's 3,000 something, this should be 15,000. If it's 3,000 for just this, then actually I've got the price wrong by quite a bit. So I need to just figure out which one it is. 8263. Well, that doesn't make sense with what it said. That is actually not far off. 1,000 something per. In fact, actually, if anything, it's 1,800. I'm probably a little under. So we need to. Yeah, so we can put that back on and just roll through. Because that's now right. So, right, okie doke. So the honey's still not ready. That's still not good. So let's just quickly... yeah, so that's... I've underchanged myself a little. It's not too... wow, that is really bad. Yeah, it's really horrible, this seeing the water with everything. Let's try and... yeah, the mozzarella should really get us a lot. All my life. Yep, it did. I mean, of course, we are doing terribly well anyway. Oh, it's now partially gone. What is this? Oh, no, it hasn't. You couldn't see it from that angle. It is really still there a lot. Then let's not attack the self-marketing. It's only ever been anything but a friend. Anything... no, that's not the right way of saying it. It has been just a friend. That's what I mean. Right, so then we really could do with like a bit of tidy up work, couldn't we? Really. Couldn't need to do with going straight in the 8 grapes and oils. I don't seem to be able to speak English this morning. Yeah, I came on here. I fancied a bit of a bit. I realised I'd only got an hour, so I thought, oh, let's just crack on. So yeah, we've sold that 1,250,661. So we have also... yeah, no, let's just do this first. It's messy. Yeah, it shouldn't do it anymore. It was a thing that it did a few episodes ago when I'd not got my tiny silo quite right, and it was I think it may have also caused multiplication glitches when it's like that. That's what I'm putting it down to, because Frankenmuth had one too, and it also went stupid with eggs. I mean, ridiculously stupid. So somehow me doing what I did caused like a multiplication. It's the only thing I can put it down to, because it only affected the ones with the little things, the little silos, the tiny silo, all the feeds, tiny feed silo too. They both were the same model really, so they both have the same faults. It is now fixed, so won't, but obviously I hate this, because it's true, I was saying this last night, I hate cheating, and the amount of things that are multiplying things on the game is ridiculously terrible. And then of course it makes me look like I'm cheating, and I hate cheating with a passion. It's quite amazing. One of the first, I did used to have non-official like mod hub mods, and there was one called the Animal Clean mod. This was on FS19 right back in the very, very early days, and I've always hated cheating. There's no point in playing the game, I personally think, if you're going to cheat. What's the point? I want it to be an accurate record of what I have done, not like an inaccurate record of me cheating. What's the point? I've never, always felt very strongly about it. So I put this Animal Clean mod on because all it was supposed to do was, I think it was to change silage quicker or something like that. No, it was to actually clean. It was it basically cleaned your which I don't think, it's not a thing now, but it was at the time. You had to clean your places up. So I got this Animal Clean mod to do the cleaning. Well, actually, what it did was, unbeknown to me, it also churned your silage, your grass into silage very, very quickly. That was what it did too. So basically, I was like, I'd put the grass in bales and wrap them, and then the next session I'd go on, or if I went through the night, it would all turn silage instantly. And obviously that wasn't right for FS19. I was like, it took me a long time to figure out that this, seriously, give me a break. Yeah, it took me ages to figure out that this actual mod, when I was scratching my head, I was thinking, well, what could possibly be doing this? I have no idea what could possibly be causing this to happen. And it was the last thing. I thought, well, I have got that non-mod. Is it that? So I tried it. Why are you not slipping and sliding into a place without you should be? Oh, okay, well, we're just going to grab you as we can then. Yeah, so I removed it finally, and of course, hey presto, everything went back to normal. I thought, oh my life. So that was when I started to right, I'm not having non-mod of mods, because that was supposed to just like, clean up after the animals. It certainly was not supposed to do anything with silage, and that's not at all what it said that it did. So, something. Yeah, and I also had a couple of FS22. I had a little bit as well. I think all the way through I had a roller that was not a non-mod sub, but that was it. I'd got that in from the early days, and I left it in, but I never went back and got any more. It also had a 9-meter stone picker, which is, I'm sure, where Black Sheep Modding got his idea for the 9-meter the stone picker. The other was made by someone called Yogi. So yes, right, stick this on, and I'm hoping. Don't mind going 3R, because it shouldn't really be like this, should it at all? I did always think, though, I think I did say it on one of this Let's Play, on one of the sessions Let's Play, yeah, that I thought we should have had more of this anyway. I didn't know where it was going. Well, I don't know. Obviously, it wasn't storing in there, but I do think we had some, but I don't know if it's now multiplied and made things silly, so I'm really not sure as to what is what. So we want to be going. Can we sneak past that? I think we can. Yeah, let's take this and stick this in the grapes and oils, because it should. Now, is that actually slack? Yeah, it is. I don't know whether it is. It might be 3. It's not doing a strap on the middle set of olives for some reason. Right, so then we want to be taking this and sticking this in on here. Should be accepting this straight away. Yeah, brilliant. Excellent. See if we can shake this cone. Since Braven, we don't really need such things, which is quite amazing. It's typical. The very night that mod dropped by Braven, which is brilliant, is I did a pallet blocker. I mean, I might sort of do it for like those people on console, but I'm not sure it's... Yeah, it was just it was a very cobbled together quick thing that I did that I thought might assist, well, myself at the time, but as with all my mods, if Giants ever like actually check anything I do, they seem to be busy doing other modders, but I've been in for months now. It's almost 3 months since my mods have been in. Lots of mods have been tested, and mine have just been overlooked. So I'm just thinking, oh, well, if Giants are going to be like that, and if I'm never going to get any testing done, or it might be that they are that badly snarled. I know they were very busy because JM Gaming, but I think that was the point. JM Gaming had Oak City done, and he was like talking this about a week, either I don't know, a week before or it was a week after JM Gaming, and his Oak City has now been released for quite a while, for almost a couple of weeks, and I was, I think, a week later, so I should have had some kind of input from Giants about imminently, almost like a couple of days ago, really, just to say yes, no, it's not tested, you need to do this, you know, all of that type of malarkey. And I don't want to touch it because apparently if you touch your mods and they go to a different state, it then means that Giants, like, you go back to the back of the queue. So two of my mods, I've actually accidentally done that because I made a comment on it, not realising it would make a change. I think one was the production silo and the other was... can't remember, but the others are all still as they are. I've got the stone picker set. I'm going to do the GTA set next, I think. I was a bit disheartened, really. I was thinking, well, we need to sort of see if Giants are even going to bother, because like so far you've had absolutely nothing from them at all, other than that initial thing from a long time ago to say fix the other errors on your mods, which there are none. And I mean, literally, yeah, the game doesn't... it was an earlier, much... This is, I suppose, how much it's changed. That was a thing when I did it, but now the game is actually... It doesn't show any errors, and I haven't made any changes to it, so... Ooh, let's quickly strap that before we lose it. We don't want to be, like, doing this work for nothing. That's because I'm too close with me straps. That was the important one. So yes, I've tweaked the pipe on this. It's very much thicker than it used to be, so it can now cope with manure, whereas I don't think the little one could have actually coped with manure, whereas that big chunky thing really can cope with and obviously the pump's definitely been made much better. So let's grab those at the back, because it looks a bit... Yeah, I apologise for this. I shouldn't really need to do it, but it is sort of my own fault. And it was this that, if I hadn't have seen this, I wouldn't have realised there was a problem. Because obviously it got bigger and bigger, and I was like, well, that's coming from the tiny silo. So then it meant I looked at the tiny silo, and then I found that I'd sort of got the in and the out the wrong way round. Basically the pallet spawner had the start at the end and the end at the start, if the wrong way round. Basically, it was almost open-ended, which meant things sort of got placed here, but they went outside of the scope of the thing. But because it was the wrong way round, it kept spawning them more and more. But obviously, it sort of I can't work out why it multiplied, but obviously it did. So it became, at that point, it's a cheat, because the game kept multiplying what we'd got, and I think it did it with eggs on Frankenmuth as well. So it's one of those annoying things that I hate, that kind of cheat. Obviously, I didn't realise what was happening until it happened, and there's not really much you can do about that after the horse has bolted, as the old saying goes. So then now we have got all of those. Let's stick that on. I should do another load. I think that should be about right. So that I'll have spent all of my time actually... Well, it's all necessary, because this is all going to need to be processed for me to class this Let's Play as properly finished. I hate that, to like leave things not finished properly. Otherwise, I just think, well, what's the point of like doing these things if like you're not actually going to do it properly? So we are going to do it properly, definitely. We also need to sell the butter. Yes. Can we go through? Oh yeah, I think the. Oh no. I'm thinking height. Not sure we can do the height. That's better. Yeah, also we probably, well, I suppose we're changing the slurry to digestate at the minute, which I think we really could have used the manure and the slurry, but I think we've still got enough to do that as well. I've got to be careful. I've already capsized this once, as you all saw. I always don't think about that. I'm a terror. Like not thinking consequences like of that. Right, smashing. So let's go grab that last view. That should be churning along nicely. I presume I've got the oil on keep, and that's the only reason it's not coming out. Bonic dairy, they are on spawn. Grapes and oils, they are in keep. So we need to, yeah, we leave the olive oil on keep at the minute. The grape juice, we do not want that keep though. Yeah, that really does want to be spawn because it's actually it's good price. So yeah, that's going to be a 5 of those. I wondered why nothing was spawning. So we'll grab those, grab the butter. In fact, we're going to do that now. We've tidied up enough, I think, because I am running out of time. I've got 20 minutes now. Come on, let's do it. This is just as important. Let's do a little bit of tidy up work. This last little bit. I don't know that we'll get those ones that seem to have like stuck themselves in, but we'll have a go. Yeah, there's some that seem to have like gone into. Of course, yeah, I also need to do a bit of repair work because there's a bit of concrete shown. Where I stretch that, it's like, no, it's not letting me grab them. Let's see, can we grab them out? Will it let us? It's a bit like being trapped in the floor, isn't it, really? No, it won't. I didn't. Oh, okay, now it won't let me go either. Yeah, it's a long time since I've actually had these. I've moved. I've not had the quicks for a long time. I've got the. My favourite one's the pallet fork, but I am I've made a solid one myself. I just got to get the straps right. I've had battle one morning. Oh, seriously, battle one morning with it, and I just couldn't get these straps. It's really quite difficult to do, which is why no one else but DD Mod Passion ever did it. But now all the modders have cottoned on to the secret of how to do it. We are getting quite a few with these. The Altec does it. The Bombay NASA, which is the one that I actually like. It's just he's got it a bit where it stretches a bit. That's the only bit I don't like about it. I mean, it's handy because you have obviously grab more pallets, but it also makes it awkward with you grabbing things. So I'd sooner have it like less awkward, and I can only grab like one at a time than how it is. But I'd still love it. It's amazing. Yeah, that's why I still obviously put up with it, because I'm willing to put up with that fact. It's not quite as I'd like it, but it is good. Right, so let's grab that. Errant grapes. I thought these were 2,000 litres. I could have sworn on Polenia these were 2,000 litres. Have Giants changed it now, or? I could have sworn that I grabbed a couple of these and they said were 2,000 litres. I swear that that's the case. But now they're 1,000 litres like these, so that's a bit odd. It is a bit, actually. I concur. We do need the telehandler as well. Undid it as well. Right, okay, so we've got those couple that we can't really do much about. And if this was any kind of multiplying glitch, then obviously we really shouldn't have those anyway, but I just wanted to tidy up. I mean, I'm only surmising, I can't guarantee that I'm right, but I know on Frankenmuth was no way we produced the amount of like eggs that's saying we've got like 500,000 litres. I'm like thinking, no way, Jose, that just would not be a thing. Right, smashing. So let's go grab the oils. I don't think we can get this way, can we? Sort of. We can sort of. That's not too terrible a thing, actually. Right, so then let's grab the everything from here, because it's all good price, and hopefully we should do this before it's time for work for me. Right, so you're hiding? Where? No, you're there. I was going to say we were nowhere near that place. Right, smashing. So let's get this last bit done. We also want the grapes and oils ones. Let's quickly grab that. I can sort of stack them up into at least four, I would say. Because these again will be, I think they're 1,000 litres at a pop, aren't they? Yeah. Again, I don't do this often enough, and also you don't tend to produce quite the thing. Otherwise, I am probably going to do it to almost everything. If I'm loading and unloading a lot, which I am, then obviously sort of 1,000 litre pallets really slow down Let's Plays. I just would like the Let's Plays to flow, because I'm just like stacking them, you know, like basically loading an awful lot quicker, because every pallet is a 5,000 litre pallet. It really makes loading good. And I know, because I had obviously the one in FS22, and it really did assist me a lot, made the Let's Plays a lot more palatable. Well, you've got to try sometimes. Even I couldn't avoid that one. That one was just too good an opportunity to actually go for. So if we stick this next to the other one, we should really get to grab like both stacks. Look, I think that is it actually. I'm sure it was 6,000 litres. Yeah, Nazas would, at the same moment there, would have actually already grabbed the two sets, whereas obviously something like this you've got to like pretty much go like half and half to actually get that to strap both. I apologise really, because it's a bit messy, this kind of like, yeah, this is obviously the thing that sort of I don't like about the Quick, is this sort of boingy as you know, like, and also the fact that you've not got a backboard. The one I'm designing has got quite a large backboard, so that it looks realistic. Being as I'm insisting on, I want realism, I would like to do this realistically. Right, so then, milk products, let's get these done. Yeah, so going forwards, I've got my manure inside my thing, because I can't be doing with this. Like, it works this session, it doesn't work next session. It's ridiculous, and it's ridiculous that the answer's straight in front of Giant's eyes. All you need to do is switch on the old method of doing it, and it works straight away. I didn't do anything other than switch manure on in the slurry thing just as a test, and it worked straight away. And I thought, oh, there you go, that's your answer. Let us have the feature that worked before and just switch it back on. You know, rather than like it works today, it doesn't. I mean, it does your head in. As a human being, it's just so inhuman, this like works doesn't work. It's sort of so disappointing when you think, yeah, they fixed it, and then you come back on the next time and you think, no, they haven't. And then you come on and you think, oh, they have fixed it, it's working again, and then like you come off again and it's not working, and you're like, it's just not right. A game's supposed to be pleasurable, not supposed to be, you know, like, it's sort of, it becomes a stress. I was stressed yesterday on, it was my fault, it was, in truth, but what I mean is the stress was real because of all of the hassles we've already had with the game. You know, it is working, it isn't working, it is working, it isn't working. Now, it was my fault, but admittedly, the fact that things have been like that, that is literally down to, okay, Let's grab you. I was trying to get to you, but we will do everything, so. Yeah, so you'd sort of, what I mean is you sort of get to like what I call a snapping point where, and I was getting snappy as well, almost at the point where I'm ready to walk away from the game because it's that horrible. You know, like it's stressful instead of pleasurable. It's just should not be like that. And I don't care about you adding me new tractors or nice pieces of equipment. I just care that the game that I bought actually works. Not that you're contractually keeping your promises that you promised, because legally I could have your guts for garters if you don't do that. I just want the game that I paid for to actually work properly. That's what I would like, and I'm sure I'm not alone in that particular thing. And I am sort of, I've got to be honest, I am quite angry at Giants at their lack of, yeah, they're sort of glossing over the fact they're all really, oh, come and check this extra content, and I'm like, yeah, that's all good and proper, but no acknowledgement of of how bad things are, no acknowledgement. There never is. The typical modern company that really don't give two hoots about, or that's what they are saying by not saying anything, that they don't really particularly care. So I would imagine the storage will read empty, and I don't know whether it gets rid of the additional storage. I never thought about that until I came in and saw the 17,000 litres was full, and I thought, that explains why it's not showing the other literage. So I would imagine it now shows as empty no matter what, and whether I go back out and see that the Bionic is now, yeah, it literally doesn't show anything above, so it might be that it destroys it. It could be like that as well, so I'm not sure how it works, because it could only see the 17,000 litres. Whether it destroys the other numbers, I'm not sure. I don't know how it works. I know, I mean, it is giving me an inkling, obviously mucking around with the XMLs now, of what you can, but I don't understand why sometimes it lets you get away with it and other times it doesn't. Yeah, I mean, I'd already put this in, but again, actually, I suppose, yeah, but I did that last time. It sort of showed 17,000 litres, which it did, but why did it not sort of like do that last time then? Why it showed 17,000, it just showed the 7 that it had already showed. So it is a bit odd. Let's go straight through, I think. It should just about pull that around before it starts to crash. Right, so then, let's have a look. Yeah, so the butter wasn't too far out. I mean, I will tweak it gradually until it's about the same. But I don't know why it's showing what it's showing, because we didn't get anywhere. We didn't get 15,000 per one. Nowhere near. There we go. Yeah, because I mean, we would have been on an awful lot more than that if they were 15,000 per milk per 5,000. Yeah, no, it would have been 15,000 per 5,000 litre pallet. We didn't get that much, so I don't know what it's actually telling us, because if you look at the price, it is saying that that's legit. It's saying 3352, but we didn't get that, and we are at, what are we at? You see, now that's saying 1001, isn't it? So yeah, that's 1001. So yeah, that's about right then. So why is it showing the prices? Now that does make sense. I used to say this. Prices don't always reflect on that straight away. So it might be like done some sort of average, but the proper price that we can see was about the same or slightly more. And I mean literally a gnat's whisker. So I'm going to leave it there. Yeah, so there was at least another session. We've done quite a lot of tidy up work. Do we go through till tomorrow? Have we fed the animals? That's what I really want to know. No, but they are actually okay. We did want to do the milk, but you know, have we got any milk in there? I don't want to be like letting that go bad. Have we got any milk in? Yeah, we've got plenty. So that 5,800 should be fine. We'll go through till tomorrow, November. And we should get some action from the digestate thing to make the mineral feed. No, it's actually the I'm talking nonsense. Ignore me. Sunflowers to do the diesel, the biodiesel. That should be what we see some action on. So let's have a look. Oh, vehicle leasing costs. What are we leasing? Oh, it'd be the header again. It's the harvester. We've been paying that for the last couple of mornings, you Wally. Do you know, seriously? Could have bought one for the amount of leasing costs that we've done. nearly, not quite. But so we should see in the self-sufficiency that we have got quite a lot of diesel. We have indeed 146,253 litres of diesel, which should be worth quite a lot because diesel's diesel. Yeah, so 211,000 worth of diesel, which we will chug later next session. We've got loads of pig feed, we'll do that too, and silage we're not selling. Sunflower oil is on the... Yeah, obviously there'll be some products that we would sell at top, but we'll be guided by the amounts on the right hand side when we finish, because yeah, I'm going to... Obviously I want to process everything, but once you've processed it, you can see how much it's actually worth. So it's a matter of like tidying that up. So in fact, how much more have we got to do? They should be getting, that was 40,000 that actually went down. Slurry's going back up again. Manure is now reading 32,000 litres, so you can see it is working. All I had to do was switch it on. That's it. So I believe that our animals are 4 months old, aren't they? At least they were born. That was the nice thing that we saw that. Right, so that's where I'm going to leave it. Yeah, all that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to stick with me to the end of this journey. And I'm going to say goodbye for now.